Hi guys, Steph here. Take a look at this gorgeous pen. What a beauty. What we've got for you here is a Swan leverless pen. The model of this particular one is the 2060. Now first of all, the 2060. Yes, some of you will be looking at this pen and going, that's not a 2060. I've got a 2060 and it looks slightly different. Now basically what happened, 1930s, late 1930s, Mabie, Todd and Company Limited made the Swan leverless pen, made the 2060, and they made it in what they term as sort of flat-ended pen, i.e. both the barrel end and the top of the cap were sort of, if you like, a flat-ended. Now I've shown you one of these pens, the 2060 with a flat end, and what I'll do, I'll leave you a link to the very top there at the end of the video, so go and take a look at that. Now I believe what happened is, as I say, the early ones were late 1930s, and then around about the 1940s they brought out this, what we term as a torpedo shaped 2060, and in my opinion I think what actually happened, they just used up what was left in the factory, because I believe the barrel itself, nice and simply, is the earlier version of the 2060, and what they did, they added this sort of pointed end at the end of the barrel and this pointed sort of a pointed cap, should I say. So yeah, although it's a 2060, which we'll show you in a moment, slightly different because some people will know the 2060, as I say, for the flat-ended version, but this is a 2060. It's a slightly later version when, as I said, I think they used up the barrels that they had left and changed it slightly in this sort of torpedo shape. So there's a brief little history why this one may not look like a 2060 that, yeah, maybe some of you people have out there. Now the size of this pen, it's a lovely size pen, from the top of the cap to the end of the barrel, 139 millimeters capped. Around the barrel it's a lovely girthy 13 millimeters in diameter. Now this one, as you can see by the end here, as it says, is a leverless pen, which we'll show in a moment. If we take you up towards the cap, you'll see it's got 3 cap bands, a slightly broader one in the middle with 2 sort of thinner ones on each side. The very recognizable Swan clip to the very top there, an old styled ball clip with a Swan logo to the very top there. And as you can clearly see, this gorgeous torpedo shape. Now if we show you the barrel imprint, so there's a barrel imprint, so it reads Swan leverless pen, it's Mabie, Todd and Company. On one side it's got the Mabie, Todd and Company, the other side it says made in England, and I think it's got has it got a patent number there somewhere as well. So we've got a nice clear imprint. While we're showing the imprint, there you go, to the end of the barrel. Let's give it nice and clear for you, so I'm hoping you can see that. To the end of the barrel we've got the 2060 model number. Okay, so it's definitely a 2060 later version. Now this pen, when it came to me, it came in one of my pen hauls many months ago. A lady customer saw it, she's reserved it subject to full restoration, which I've just finished, and yeah, it's been reserved by her. It came a little bit tired, there was a lot of scratching on the pen. It was very tired, but what we've managed to do is remove most of the scratching. We've cleaned everything up and it looks very nice indeed. Now, as with these particular pens, the 2060s, the interesting thing about these pens is, like a car, is what is under the hood. So let's take the hood off. Let's show you the pen, numerous different angles. What we've done, we've put a brand new sack in it. These pens take quite a large necked sack. I can't remember exactly the number. It may have been a number 23, I'm not quite sure. But they do take a large sack because of the filling system. And the filling system, nice and simple. What we do, we simply unscrew this little knob at the end here, and in turn it moves a bar inside which catches the sack. It twists it slightly, and then when we screw it back again, the bar moves to the original position. The sack expands to its original shape and takes ink into the sack. So let's take a look at the section. Quite a standard Swan section, but there you go. There's the interesting thing about this pen. Yes, it's got a lovely large number 6 nib. So it's a Swan Mabie Todd made in England number 6 nib, and as I say, they are very, very large. In fact, if you go and have a look at the video, that'll leave you a link to it. I actually show you a picture comparing this nib with a couple of other nibs. But there's a sideways view. There's the feed underneath. As always, we clean everything so it's ready to go. You can see it's also got the word Swan written on the feed itself. There you go. So all in all, a gorgeous, handsome fountain pen. Yeah, I would term these as being an oversized fountain pen. You can see with my large hands, it's a gorgeous, well, a very nice, comfortable pen to hold and to write with. Yep, to write with. So, well, what we'll do, let's bring on some ink, and let's give her, in fact, what I'll do, if you just bear with me, I need to get a little bit of tissue, so we'll pop that to one side, and what we'll do is dip the nib and slightly the bit of the feed into the ink. Okay, I can hear a bit of bubbling going on. Let's screw it back again. Just give it a couple of seconds. It's only for a writing sample, so that'll be fine. Let's give it a wipe. Let's bring on some paper, and as always, this is the first time the pen's been tested. So let's see how it writes. So what we have is a Swan leverless pen made in England, and again I'm dating this pen 1940s. As we said, it's what they term as the late version, and this torpedo shaped fountain pen, it's writing very nicely indeed. And again, I don't know if you can actually notice, it looks like it's actually got a stub nib, so that on the downward stroke, there we go, you can see on the downward stroke we're getting a broad line. On the cross stroke it's a thin line. So if we do some, there we go, a little bit of skipping there, but yeah, Downward stroke, we're getting quite a broad line. On the cross stroke, it's slightly thinner. So I think, yeah, it's writing with, it may actually have a stub nib, but writing very nicely indeed. So there's a writing sample. What we'll do, we'll empty the pen after the video, clean it out with water, and it'll be ready to go to the customer. So I hope you like the pen, Taz. As I say, it's been fully restored, new sack in it, everything's been cleaned. As we said earlier, it was a little bit tired, but I think you will agree it's come up absolutely gorgeous. So a Swan leverless pen from the 1940s, slightly later version, this torpedo shaped pen, and we'll leave it at that. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, give the video, press that thumbs up there, give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well so you don't miss any videos, and well, don't forget people, wherever you are around the world, still stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.